Eagles fans, help me welcome your Pensacola Christian College Lady Eagles.
Into the 4-minute time frame.
Hello and welcome fans from all over, whether from around the country or around the world. We are super excited and delighted for you guys to be joining us here today, here in the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles, and also the home of the reigning national champions for the Ladies Eagles basketball program. Hi, I'm Alvin Chapman. Alongside me, Brittany Paddock. Brittany, great to see you this afternoon.
Good to see you too, Alvin. Looking forward to this game tonight.
The Lady Eagles are coming off a national championship season. How is tonight's game extremely pivotal to determining their success for the season?
Well, I definitely think it's pivotal, but more for the viewpoint of Coach Sellers than it is for the actual players themselves. I think this game is going to give him a lot of opportunities to see which way he's going to go with the season, where improvement needs to be made, where players need to step in and fill roles. This will be a good determiner for him.
The Lady Eagles graduated arguably the two best players to come from our basketball program. One in National Player of the Year, Lauren Alvarez, and also in 1,500 point scorer, Sandy McElhaney. How do you believe their success void will be filled in tonight's matchup?
I don't think it's going to be one specific player who's going to fill their void. I think you're going to see this spread throughout the entire Lady Eagles program. You're going to see a lot of scoring coming out of Leah Phelps, Jenna Wolford. Both of them will need to step it up. Having Alyssa Brewer back, that's going to fill quite a void in the scoring. And then Kristen Menser, Krista Aiken, and really Jenna Wolford will need to step it up on the end of the board. You're losing Lauren Alvarez, who averaged a double-double. They're going to have to fill that rebounding void.
For the first time in school history, we mentioned Lauren Alvarez, Sandy McElhaney were recognized as first-team All-South Region, but we added another person to the conversation. Leah Phelps also putting herself in the first-team All-Region conversation for the first time ever in her career. She averages a career high of 15 points per game and averaging 17 17 points in the month of February. How do you believe her role is either going to increase or level out starting off this season?
So I think you're going to be looking at two key things when it comes to Leah. The first is scoring. She needs to average 15 plus per game to really help fill the void from Lauren and Sandy. So I think you're going to see her pick it up on that end. I said two, actually three areas. Assist, she needs to pick it up on that end. Looking to distribute the ball, she sees the court well. And then the third area is leadership. Lauren was a very vocal person on the floor, and Leah, as one of the most experienced players, is going to have to step it up in the role of talking, filling that void of leadership on the floor.
Just about 60 seconds till tip-off, and also kicking it over to Logan, our PA announcer, but head coach Jared Zeller's entering his 12th year, leading and taking over the charge for this Eagles basketball program. What do you think he's going to have to do to guard us and guard us to another victory?
I mean, he's just going to have to continue in the exact same path he has been. Coach Sellers is a well-seasoned coach. Him finally getting that national championship recognition is big for him. And so he has one under his belt, and, he is hungry for more.
30 seconds until tip-off. What do you think the Eagles are going to have to do to be successful in this matchup?
They're going to have to play a controlled, fast pace. Enterprise is a fast team. They're athletic, but we need to make sure that we play that speed, but under control.
Let's go ahead and kick it over to our PA announcer, Logan Toothman. But until then, Alvin Chapman and Brittany Paddock will be back for more Eagles action.
Welcome to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Tonight's game is between the Enterprise State College and your PCC Lady Eagles. The National Christian College Athletic Association is committed to the true spirit of competition and upholding the four core values of the game plan for life: love, integrity, faith, and excellence. We ask that each participant, official, and spectator join us in exhibiting these Christ-like characteristics and help create a positive environment in which to enjoy today's competition. At this time, please stand for prayer and remain standing for the national anthem. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for letting us be able to come here. Please keep everyone safe on the court. Help everybody to play their best and play with a Christ-like attitude. In your name I pray. Amen. Tonight's sports medicine coverage is provided by the Andrews Institute and Baptist Healthcare, the official sports medicine provider for Pensacola Christian College. Starting tonight for Enterprise State, number 2, Angel Patterson. Number 4, Amaya Rollins. Number 22, Emily Nix. Number 23, Zakiria Johnson. And number 24, Ashlyn Hall. Enterprise State is led by Coach Jermaine Williams. And now, the starting lineup for your Pensacola Christian College Lady Eagles. At guard, a sophomore from Belt, Michigan, number 20, Kylie Marcus. At guard, a junior from Mansfield, Ohio, number 14, Jenna Walford. Playing guard, a junior from Florence, Mississippi, number 24, Alyssa Brewer. At guard, a senior from Flower Mound, Texas, number 23, Leah Phelps. At forward, a senior from Rockford, Illinois, number 33, Carissa Aiken. The officials for today's game are Alicia Lynch, Blake Kearns, and Janelle Loney.
Thank you so much, Logan, for introducing us to our starting lineups. Brittany, for the starting lineups for the Eagles, who are you most excited to see play in tonight's matchup?
I'm excited to see Alyssa Brewer back on the floor. I mean, she came in at the end of last season, but to see her in her full capabilities this year and really step back into the role that she had her freshman year, I'm really looking forward to it.
Let's go ahead and reiterate the lineups for the Boll Weevils. Number 4, Amaya Rollins. Number 11, number 2, Angel Patterson. Number 22, Emily Nixon. Number 23, Zakira Johnson. And number 24, Ashlyn Hall, as the Eagles win the tip. They go quickly to Marquise in the corner for a three of her own. No good. They get it to Patterson. Not a lot of people in the stands, but you can already feel the intensity surrounding the arena.
I mean, this has been a really anticipated game for the Lady Eagles. A lot of the parents of these players traveled from all over the country to come in and watch their girls take the court after winning the national championship last year.
Leah Phelps tagged with her first foul. That was a pushing foul.
Not something you want to see if you're Coach Sellers. You're 30 seconds into the game and you already have a foul. You're one of the leaders on this team. You cannot get a foul that quick in the game.
They get the ball to Nix. She finds Johnson, pulls up for a three. No good. Ball flies out of bounds. I believe that is going to stay here with the Boll Weevils. I believe the players thought that the ball touched the top of the backboard.
Well, even if they don't, you play to the whistle. And that's what Coach Sellers was trying to reiterate on the sideline. Like, it doesn't matter what you see. You play hard and you hustle until that whistle is blown.
Patterson receives a double screen, receives the switch on Aiken. Finds Nix. Goes inside to Hall.
That was a good double team down low.
Patterson with a three, and she breaks the ice for the first quarter. Quick response here for Brewer. High off the backboard, but Phelps with the steal. The Eagles were second in the nation for steals all over, and Phelps goes hard inside and loses the ball. Aiken secures it, finds Marquise. Brewer finds a wide open Phelps for a three of her own, hard off the backboard. Patterson takes it in transition. Goes Strongs to the basket, finds Rollins for the easy deuce.
You know, that play that just happened, that's something that these Lady Eagles are really going to have to work on filling a void that Lauren Alvarez filled. Enterprise had a really good bucket, that three-point shot, and Lauren did a great job of always answering when a team had those quick buckets. So we'll see if somebody can step up.
Patterson accelerates the ball after the Wolford miss. And Nix gets charged with the double dribble. A lot of action so far here in this matchup. Only 2 minutes and 10 seconds elapsed in this quarter.
You know, someone was asking me before the game how quickly it goes, the game happens when I commentate, and it just varies each time. It feels like it's already been longer than 2 minutes, but only 2 minutes into this game.
No good for Phelps. Here's Patterson again. It's going to be an interesting matchup seeing these two guards go at it. Patterson gets the switch on Aiken. Drives hard to the paint. Off the front iron.
Krista did a good job right there, guarding a player who is much faster than her. We'll see if the Lady Eagles convert and get a bucket on the...
Phelps back to Wolford. Drives inside, throws it up at the backboard. Count the basket for Wolford. She breaks the ice for the Eagles, and what a play by her using the backboard for security.
That was a great play by Jenna. That is not an easy bucket to make, and she threw it up, had the IQ to throw it up off the backboard to give it more of a chance to go in.
Wolford, the junior from Mansville, Ohio. Man, you get so used to saying sophomore for so many times of the year. She is indeed a junior. Gets 3 points on the board. She averaged 11 points last year. Here's Johnson, pulls up for a triple, and it's good. Zakira Johnson. Here's Phelps in that half-court setting. Finds Marquise, pulls up for a triple of her own off the side of the rim. Here's a Maya Rollins. Drives hard into the paint. Dribble through move, no good. Aiken the rebound. What a fight with Johnson. And the possession arrow for the held ball will stay here with the Boll Weevils.
You know, as much as you love to win the tip, sometimes it can get frustrating because you know a jump ball is going to happen and you aren't going to get it.
Patterson finds Johnson. Another three on the way, and it's good for Johnson. 6 quick points for her off of 2 field goals. The Boll Weevils lead 11-3. Brewer guarded tightly by Patterson. Phelps picks up her dribble. Here's Wolford. Sidestep 3 on the way. No good. Off the hands of Rollins. It will stay here with the Eagles, who are down big now, Brittany.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell there's some nerves right now with the Lady Eagles, and I can't help but think that has a little bit to do with why we're down. They need to not let this game get to them. They'll figure it out. Go in, just play hard. They'll find their shot. They'll get the buckets.
The Boll Weevils first force the second turnover here for the Eagles off the 5-second violation. And Rollins is looking to break the press. Goes to Hall. Back to Patterson. Outside another time for Johnson. No good. Rebound by Marquise. We're off to the races. Here's Phelps on the left side. Quickly double team. She breaks free. Finds a wide open Phelps, and she's blocked. But a foul is called on Hall. This would open up another opportunity for Jenna Wolford to head back to the charity stripe as Kristen Menser prepares to check into the game, as well as Monte Torres and the freshman, Rachel Phelps.
Yeah, I knew Coach Sellers and I talked before, and I knew those 3 would be quick off the bench. Kristen played a great role last year as a bench player. She's one of the few people who has the ability to come off the bench strong, and I'm really expecting to see a lot from her this year. And then adding Rachel into that mix, it's always great when you can get sisters playing together because they have a chemistry that other people don't have.
Here's Patterson, guarded by Phelps. Finds Johnson. Back to Patterson. Patterson with 13 left on the shot clock finds Rollins. Swings it over back to Patterson. Tries to drive on Phelps. Kicks one more time to Johnson, and she nails the triple. 3 for 4 from beyond the arc goes Johnson.
The Lady Eagles have to find a way to get a hand in her face, put a stop to her.
They find Menser off the backboard for her, no good. Nix the rebound. 14-5. And Rollins wide open. Drives inside. Finds Hall. Mid-range jumper. Hard off the mark. Menser in transition. Here's Menser. Quickly double team. And Johnson called for the foul.
If you're Kristen dribbling that up, you got to find a way to get to the middle of the court. They've been doing the same thing over and over again, drawing our players into the corner, trying to double team them, trap them. If you know that's going to happen, stay to the middle. Because if you stay to the middle, then they can't trap you in the corner.
Here's Mentor in the corner for her first three of the season. No good. Johnson to rebound. Finds Rollins, goes hard to the paint, and Jenna Wolford picks up her first, and honestly of many charges of the season.
Oh, this is just the beginning. Like we talked about this in almost every game I commentated last year, Alvin. Jenna has this ability to step in and take a charge, just like previous players had, Jessica Boyd, Hope Baker, and she's going to be key defensively this year for us, being able to step in and take those charges.
30-second timeout placed on the floor for Coach Sellers. We'll step aside for a moment. Welcome back to some more first quarter action here at the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Hi, I'm Alvin Chapman alongside with Brittany Paddock. Brittany, the Eagles down big here, trailing by 9 points.
Yeah, that was a timely timeout call by Coach Sellers. I think he really just wanted to get Leah back in, give the chance for his players to reset. And there Leah goes and scores that three-pointer. Talked about leadership on the court. That's what they needed. That is exactly what they needed coming out of a timeout.
After that triple by Leah Phelps, she picks up her second personal.
Leah struggled at times last year with that, getting a little too hands-on. She did a good job of putting pressure on, but would use her hands to stop them. That's something she's really got to keep an eye on this year. She can't get into foul trouble this year.
With that Phelps triple, that cuts a nearly double-digit trailing lead to a manageable 6, but Nina Williams gets her first points of the game off the bench. Phelps finds her sister. Back to Rachel for a mid-range jumper. That's way off. And Jenna Wolford draws an offensive foul, not even close to the opposition's basket.
I mean, once again, Jenna's IQ to just step in and know that that person is going to turn immediately.
Mentor goes inside to Torres, and she takes too many steps. Eagles trail by 9. Here's Patterson. And she will be meeting Rachel Phelps, the freshman from Flower Mound, Texas, in the half-court setting. Finds Johnson, another triple on the way. That one's off. Shot up for Nix. Gets it off the backboard, and she'll be heading to the charity stripe. Nix, the freshman guard from UAFLA, Alabama, gets her first opportunity for points here, and Jenna Wolford gets checked out the competition.
I think Jenna's going to have to get used to playing a lot of minutes this year. We used to talk about how many minutes Lauren and Sandy would play per game, and Jenna is definitely going to be one of those people filling those roles. Take a quick breather, then you're back into the game.
Nix misses both free throws. Rebound by Torres. Phelps in transition finds her sister in the corner. Drives baseline. Jumper on the way. No good. Great rebound there by Reagan. And now here's Patterson preparing to call the play. Goal Eagles still up by 8 points. Finds Johnson. She drives inside, puts the ball on the floor, and she'll head to the charity stripe.
Yeah, that was a good attempt by Rachel to go in and get a stop on Johnson. Sometimes it's hard when you're smaller and you're guarding that bigger player, that taller player, especially when they can shoot. Because you want to go up and you want to put that pressure on them so they don't shoot, but then you have to guard from the dribble drive. That really comes down to being smart as a defender, and that's something that I think Rachel will grow into as she gets more experience on the college level. This is her first game. She's got to adjust to how these people play. She'll get there in time.
Johnson becoming the first player to reach double digits. She now has 11. 3 for 5 from beyond the arc as well. Menser in the corner, finds a wide open Torres. Pump fakes, gets inside, off the mark. Fighting for the rebound, forces the jump ball. The held ball, actually, and it will stay here. Here's Menser on the inbound. Rather Brewer. 2 minutes and 26 seconds left in the first quarter of play. Finds a cutting Porter. She goes up strong off the backboard, just off. Torres with the offensive rebound. Tries to go quickly to Phelps. And Leah Phelps regains it. Brewer tries to work inside, finds Menser. Back to Brewer. One more pass to Phelps. 5 on the shot clock. Have to work quickly here. And we just throw it away. Another clock violation that was placed on the Eagles. The first one, a 5-second violation in the full court setting, and this one now a 24 shot clock violation. Now with 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
As a player on the floor, I know it's hard, but you have to be aware of time and knowing when you need to get a shot put up.
Patterson impedes her way, and she will indeed head to the charity stripe. Already with 3 points thus far in this matchup. Boll Weevils leading by 10. First attempt is up for Patterson, and it is good. Angel Patterson, the freshman from Bainbridge, Georgia. Second attempt for Patterson, and it's good. Here's Brewer. Finds Menser. Menser inside, tries to find Porter. Wide open, Phelps for a triple. No good.
It was a good look by Kristen. Make that a bounce pass and be better.
Another empty possession here for the Lady Eagles. The Boll Weevils will fight back here.
You can see the look on a lot of our players' faces. They're a little frustrated right now.
Menser in the passing lane will go all the way. Easy off the glass for 2.
But plays like that are why they have to make sure they do not get down on themselves. It's momentum. All it takes is one play like that. Momentum turns, and they can go on a run.
Patterson will pull up for a jumper of her own. No good. Fight for the rebound. Collection by Phelps. Finds Brewer. Under a minute left to play here in the first quarter. Brewer drives hard inside. Floater no good. Patterson controlling the pace here as the Boll Weevils lead by 10. Looking to drain a lot of clock here. 15 on the shot clock. Guarded by Brewer. Patterson kicks corner to Nix. Shot on the way, no good. Brewer the rebound. Quickly finds Porter. One more pass to Phelps. In transition, off the backboard, no good. Brewer with a strong rebound. Forces the held ball, but will be heading this way for the Boll Weevils. Menser checks out the competition, and in comes Jenna Wolford. She leads the Eagles in scoring with 5. Enterprise Community College will look here to have the last possession of the quarter. $10 on the play clock. Here's 5. They go to Johnson. Quick 3 on the way, off the front of the rim. Wolford with the collection, and that will be the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, a decent finish by the Lady Eagles. That steal by Kristen really helped them. We'll see if they can take this minute break to reset and come out stronger in that second quarter.
Zakiera Johnson leads with 10 for the Bull Weevils. Jenna Wolford leads with 6 for the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. We'll be back after this first half break. Welcome back to some second quarter action here in Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. The Eagles indeed do trail by 10 points. Alvin Chapman alongside with Brittany Paddock. Brittany, what were the things you liked and did not like about that first quarter of play?
I like the overall ball movement that we saw. There was a lot of sharing that was happening. Borderline too much at times, being a little too unselfish when they should have taken the shot. Things I'd like to see improved, finishing around the basket. We missed a lot of shots that were right next to the basket. And then rebounding, being a little more aggressive. We're only at 10 rebounds right now. That's a little low for us heading into the second quarter. I'd like to see that bump up a little bit.
Another possession opportunity here for the Bull Weevils. Here's Patterson in the short corner. Drives inside, kicks it to Johnson for another three-point opportunity, and she drills it. Johnson leading all scorers with 14 points. Here's Phelps. Hard off the backboard. Patterson the other direction. Pushing the break in transition. Goes up strong. Wolford with the near block attempt. And she'll get called for the foul.
I mean, if you're going to foul and make a stop, you want to make sure they don't have a chance of making the basket. And I would say Jenna did that.
This is Patterson's third trip here to the free throw line. Kylie Marquise checks back into the competition for Leah Phelps. Wolford picks up her first personal. And here's Patterson at the free throw line. She has a total of 5 points and 2 assists from that first quarter of play.
So Patterson is really fast, and that's what makes her such a threat against our team. You aren't necessarily going to see her put up a ton of points, but her speed and her ability to spread the floor play a major role for Enterprise State.
Empty at the free throw line. Here's the Pensacola Christian College Eagles heading the other direction. Marquise in the corner. Finds a wide open Wolford. Drives inside, back to Marquise. Great pump fake drive to the basket. Torres finds Brewer. Beautiful ball movement by the Eagles. Porter with the wide open jumper, no good. And Marquise fights on the ground for that one. Another miss for the Eagles. The Eagles were 1 for 8 from beyond perimeter in that first quarter.
That, once again, is very unusual for our team. Normally, well, last year, we were averaging around the 40% mark for three-pointers made, which for a girls' team, especially with this three-point line being extended, is very good. So definitely something we need to look on improving on this quarter, and I have a feeling there's going to be quite a few competitions from Coach Seller through practices to get his girls ready for that three-point shot.
Tries to get it inside to Aiken, but that's batted back, giving another opportunity for a inbound possession. They go inside to Wolford. She's guarded by Johnson. Finds a wide open Aiken. No good. Rebound by Porter, and she loses it.
Hey, that's a great board by Ember. Super aggressive. You saw her put body on somebody and was able to get a hand on it. And you know what? It bounced off of Enterprise, so we're okay with that. We'll reset, see if we can make something of this 20 seconds. Right there. That was a fantastic play. Jenna Wolford read her defender. Defender was trying to jump because she saw what Jenna did last time, and Jenna read it and was able to break to the basket for the wide open layup.
Veteran play by the veteran player, Jenna Wolford. She now has 8. Patterson makes a defender miss. Finds Nix. Back to Johnson. Johnson now guarded by Wolford, one of the best defenders we have on our roster. Now switched on to Patterson. She drives hard inside, loses the ball, and it will stay here with the Boll Weevils. The Eagles now down by 11. Checked into the contest, number 1, McKenna Gray, the freshman from Elba, Alabama.
Okay, there are 3 seconds left on the shot clock. The Lady Eagles cannot let Enterprise get a shot off. They got to keep an eye on Johnson. You need to guard it tight. 1 second, that's exactly what needed to happen. Good job by the Lady Eagles.
Not only just keeping an eye on Johnson, but we double-teamed Johnson as she was coming right off the baseline to find an easy spot in the corner.
Well, 3 seconds left. With as hot as Johnson has been this game and how well she's been shooting, that was a good call. Double team her, make sure she is not the one getting the shot off.
Wide open Aiken, and she gets on the board. Carissa Aiken making her 3rd career start tonight, and she cuts the lead back to single digits with 9.
I mean, people underestimate how difficult it is to make that shot that Carissa just made, because you can feel the defender coming towards you with their presence, and to not flinch and be strong, and then turning around, great defense by the Lady Eagles to force a turnover.
Another empty possession here for the Boll Weevils, provided by great defense provided from the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. A 30-second timeout placed on the floor for the Boll Weevils. We'll be back shortly. We are now back with more action. Alvin Chapman alongside with Brittany Paddock. Brittany, we're beginning to gain some momentum here.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know what Coach Seller said in between those quarters, but definitely seemed to put a fire underneath the Lady Eagles, and we've been on a comeback.
3-point attempt for Wolford, no good.
We just got to make sure that 30-second timeout that Enterprise State's coach called does not change the momentum.
Air ball for Patterson. Wolford with a strong rebound. And she draws the foul.
Okay, 2 things in that play. Carissa did a great job of grabbing it, but then she needs to be a little more aggressive in her possession and her throw. Jenna, when she sees that, needs to get in a place to where Carissa can actually pass it out to her. Open up that passing lane in a sense.
Enterprise sitting back in a 2-3 defense. But we come up empty in that possession. Wolford missing yet another 3-point attempt.
If I'm Coach Sellers, I'm glad they're playing the 2-3 on us. Enterprise is a very fast team, but we move the ball very well. And when you move the ball well, playing against a 2-3 zone is ideal because you can create a lot of passes to just confuse the defense and get those wide open shots.
Kristen Menser from Chester, Virginia checks back into the contest. Vividly remember one of her best games last year against Bob Jones here. She set career high numbers, 15 points, 15 steals, and also 5 rebounds. 5 steals actually, and 5 rebounds.
Kristen just got better and better throughout the year last year, and that is what you want to see as a coach, improvement throughout the year. Hopefully she can just ride off of what she had happen last year and create some big numbers for the Lady Eagles this year.
Marquise drives inside, step through move, just misses the layup. Kylie Marquise, a standout intramural player here at Pensacola Christian College, won Collegiate Women's Athlete of the Year playing for the Delta Gamma Bears.
Yeah, she is a fantastic basketball player. Coach Sellers did a lot of work in the offseason convincing her to play for him this year. I think she's going to turn out to be one of our key players. I think you can see a little bit of the nerves in her first collegiate game. She just needs to settle down and play her game. She'll get there.
Rollins' mid-range jumper finds the bottom of the barrel.
That was a great shot by Rawlings. That's a very hard shot to make. It was being contested, and she still got it in.
Empty possession here for the Eagles as they trail now by 11.
The Lady Eagles really need to step it in. They need to try to cut this lead that Enterprise State has down to at least 5 heading into the half. You do not want it to get to double digits before they head into the half.
Double screen for Patterson, finds Johnson. She'll let one fly right off the back of the rim. Rebound by Aiken. The Eagles off for the races. Here's Wolford, beats her defender to the basket, and Johnson with the rejection.
That was a great block by Johnson. Jenna, I understand your pain being the short player on the floor. As much as you try to protect the ball, you can only do so much against a player who's that much taller than you.
Wolford, great cut to the basket, and she'll head back to the charity stripe to try to suppress the double digits mark.
You know, Jenna wasn't in perfect position to take that shot, but you could tell that she felt that player coming against her and obviously fouling her, and she had the IQ to throw the ball up and at least attempt to get a shot up.
I said Wolford will be coming towards the double-digit mark. She'll actually be one short if she completes both of these free throws at the charity stripe. Second one is up, and it's good for Jenna Wolford. Number 22, Emily Nix, checks back into the game, the freshman guard. Full timeout called on the floor by head coach, Coach Sellers, and we'll be back after this break. Welcome back to more action here in the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. The Eagles sitting back in a press, a man press actually, and Rollins breaks through all 5 defenders. Finds a wide open, Nix down on the low block, foul, count the basket.
That is not something that you want to have happen coming out of the timeout. Coach Sellers came out in that full court press, trying to add some pressure, create some turnovers. You don't want to go and immediately foul, because then you're adding to the momentum switch.
That is the first field goal for Emily Nix, the freshman, and cannot complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Aiken the rebound. Wolford nearly stripped. Johnson with the great defense. Rollins maintains her dribble.
That was some impressive work right there.
Great block by Wolford. She averaged nearly a block a game. Top 25 in the nation when it came to blocks in the nation. Marquise, great pump fake. Mid-range jump shot on the way. I believe that one was tipped. They go inside to Reagan. Back to Rollins. And Nix takes too many steps. Luckily, though, if she could have went away with it, Wolford was standing right there in the position to take a charge that she was possibly going to get her rewarded.
Oh, definitely. I mean, if Jenna's set up down there 9 out of 10 times, she's going to finish with the charge.
They go inside to Aiken. Jumper on the way, doesn't even draw iron. Here's Rollins. Great pace, he finds a wide open trailing. Johnson, no good. Reagan the rebound, no good, but is hit on the way to the basket. That'll be a personal on Marquise. Porter prepares to check back into the ball game, as well as Rachel Phelps. Johnson checks out the ball game as well for Patterson, as the Boll Weevils now stand with an 11-point lead.
Like I mentioned before, if I'm the Lady Eagles, I gotta cut this lead down to single digits. I don't want it to be double digits going down into the half, and ideally, if you can get it to 5 or 6, or even less, that would be great. You don't want to put yourself in a situation that you have to dig out of in the second half.
Brewer finds a wide open Rachel Phelps in the corner, wedges between the iron. Patterson quickly double team. Ball was hit. Tapped in the air by Nix, collected by Brewer. Goes behind her back, finds a wide open Jenna Wolford in the corner. Can she break the ice streak? She indeed does.
That was a great job by Jenna and Alyssa and the other people who created that play. We needed that three-pointer right there, and Jenna delivered.
Miss by Gray, rebound by Reagan, foul and one.
Okay, Enterprise State has been getting way too many offensive rebounds. The Lady Eagles have to put a body on somebody, create that contact, box out, and get that rebound. They're taller than you, so the only way you're going to be able to get that rebound is if you box out.
And boxing out isn't just putting you in a better way for a rebound, but it positions you better and places the offender or defender off balance. Cannot finish the free throw play. The Boll Weevils recently struggling here at the charity stripe. 67% in the first quarter rather. Here is Brewer. Finds Rachel, receives a double screen, finds a wide open Wolford on the opposite corner, and she drills the triple.
I mean, I talked earlier in the game about Lauren last year having that ability to get a three-pointer just when our team needed it, and I feel like based off of this game, Jenna could easily be the one who fills that role. She struggled a little bit last year, but she's done well tonight.
Brewer couldn't finish it. Here's Patterson. Finds Rollins with the miss. Here comes Wolford. With extreme pacing, here's Porter. Porter to Brewer. Finds Phelps in the corner. Back to Brewer. Goes inside to Torres. She'll take a three of her own, and she drills it! Monse Torres brings the game within 6.
That's an unusual shot for Monse to take, but hey, if she can make it, we're good.
Foot was on the line, makes the game actually to 7, but we'll step aside. Back with more action, as we mentioned earlier. That three that we thought Monse Torres took was actually a 2, but that shortens the deficit back to single digits, now at 7.
Yeah, it does. But 2 or 3, I don't care. That was a great shot by Monse, recognizing how much space her defender was giving her and then pulling down the shot.
Here's Rollins, finds a wide open Reagan, and she gets fouled again. Shanae Reagan will head back to the free throw line Didn't seem like a lot of contact there, but the referee definitely saw something that we couldn't.
Yeah, and that's what's hard to remember when you're sitting in the stands is the official does have the best vantage point. So they see stuff that sometimes we don't.
Reagan misses the second free throw pretty badly, but she does get the first one to go down. Rachel Phelps picked up her third foul, so Kylie Marquise checks back into the competition.
She's going to have to be careful in the second half. We're going to need her at the end of this game. So she's just going to have to play some smart defense.
In and out, Porter, the wide open triple, and she catches fire!
Amber has really stepped it up since the offseason. You can tell by how she's playing in practice. I could see her really putting up quite a few points for the Lady Eagles this season.
Here's Rollins with under 2 minutes left to go. Deficit now to 5 for the Eagles. Rollins drives hard, plows through the defense, and gets it off the backboard.
That's just a great move by Rollins. I mean, that's a very hard move to defend when they're able to finish so well, even with all those defenders around them.
Porter in the corner, throws it away. Marquise picks it up, but that is automatically a backcourt violation in favor of the Eagles.
There was definitely some miscommunication there between Amber and Jenna. You could tell as soon as the pass was made the looks they gave each other, but you know what? It happens, and you move on and you keep on going.
Sets up an inbound play now for the Boll Weevils. Checking back into the competition, number 24, Ashlyn Hall. For number 11, Cheyenne Reagan. She placed in great minutes for this matchup, and McKenna Gray checks out the competition as well. Forces another opportunity for the Boll Weevils to get back into another possession, but beautiful defense by the Eagles. They throw it out to Rollins. Rollins with a fresh shot clock as well. Guarded tightly by Marquise. Rollins drives hard inside. Floater in the lane, no good. Wolford the rebound. That is a foul indeed on Patterson.
That's a great rebound by Jenna. One of the things that Jenna has that Lauren did a lot of last year is even if they aren't getting the rebound completely, they can go in and they are aggressive and they can tip the ball to somebody else. So they'll either grab the rebound or they'll tip the ball to somebody else. Jenna will be a key component in picking up the rebounding this year.
Wolford floater on the baseline, no good. Porter got a hand on it. Here's Johnson. Rollins in transition. Stops on a dime for a triple, and it's good! A confident triple for Rollins. Pushes the lead to 9. Mentor drives hard to the lane, blocked by Hall.
That's a good look by Kristen. I would potentially like to see her maybe not take that last dribble and pull up in a jump shot instead, especially going against these taller players.
Torres picks up her dribble and finds Porter. Porter, free lane to the basket, off the glass and good.
Great job by Amber. You know, I talked about Kristen not taking that extra dribble, but Amber recognized she had one more dribble to take around the defender and could score a basket.
3 for Williams, no good. That is a jump ball forced by the Boll Weevils. Honestly, smart heads-up play there by the Boll Weevils, giving them another shot for the last possession of the half.
Well, that's the thing. If we're rebounding and we take that ball down to our waist, we're immediately giving them the opportunity to stick their hands in and get a jump ball called.
Here is Nix with the ball. Drives hard inside. Torres with great defense, but gets charged with the foul. That will set up free throws here for number 22, Emily Nix. With now 10 seconds left on the game clock, but also gives the Eagles another opportunity for a quick basket on the other end.
You know, not exactly the way you want to stop a team. You just got to hope that they don't make and convert both of these free throws, and that you can go around and get a bucket to end the half.
She knocks both of these down. Decreasing the lead to 9. Great backdoor cut by Wolford. Hall rejects it, but Wolford will head back to the free throw line.
Well, one of the things that people don't realize, when that person is going into block, all their momentum is coming with them, and a lot of times what ends up happening is body contact is created. So they aren't necessarily looking at what's going on where the block is happening, but where their body is and the contact that's created, and that's where the foul comes from.
Wolford knocks down the other free throw, giving her 11 in the second quarter alone. That one rims out. Hall with the rebound, also with 3 personal fouls. Half-court heat up, and no good.
Definitely got nervous there for a second. I thought that was money.
Wolford's free throws bring the deficit back to 8 points. Alva Chapman alongside with Brittany Patton. We'll be back with the second half of action here in the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles.
Want to get a head start in college? With Pensacola Christian College's online dual enrollment program, you can do just that. Open to juniors and seniors in Christian schools and Abeka Academy homeschoolers, dual enrollment students can take up to 6 online courses per year, all counting towards PCC college credit requirements. With 3 different options throughout the school year and summer and over 20 courses, choose to lighten your college load and, depending on your major, finish college early. You will be able to fit courses around your schedule, a perfect way to complete many of your general college education courses before you graduate high school and step foot on campus. To learn more about getting a head start on your education today, visit pcci.edu/dual enrollment.
Choosing a college is so much more than deciding where you're going to live for the next few years. It's choosing a culture, group of people, and academic standard that will shape you into the person you want to become. It's an exciting time, and when you visit campus, it gets even more exciting. It's your moment to get a feel for the atmosphere and community. Catch a game, sit in on classes, visit chapel, make new friends, and so much more. And now you can experience college life your way with multiple visit options. No matter when you come, you'll find a vibrant community influencing the world for Christ. You won't just blend in, you'll belong. So don't wait. See how you can experience PCC today.
It's a passion that unites us, the heartbeat of everything we do. Since 1974, we've been building, reaching, expanding our limits. And yet today, one thing hasn't changed. Pensacola Christian College empowers leaders to influence the world for Christ.
Hello and welcome back to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Hi, I'm Alvin Chapman, alongside me, Brittany Paddock. Brittany, we just received the stats moments ago. We see Jenna Wolford leading the charge here for the Eagles, 16 points, and Zakira Johnson with 14 points and 6 boards. Talk about what you like and don't like for both rosters.
Okay, so for the Lady Eagles, first off, I love how we did a better job of shutting down Johnson in that second quarter. She put up a majority of her points in that first quarter. In that second quarter, we did a great job of defending her. Love how Jenna stepped it up on the scoring side for the Lady Eagles as well. She did a good job of hitting some three-point shots exactly when we needed them, and it really got our momentum going in that second quarter.
As you mentioned, Johnson having practically an amazing first quarter, but a very quiet second quarter, going 3 from 7 from distance in the first and 1 for 5 in the second. But who do you think needs to step up here for the Eagles in order for us to remain competitive in this matchup?
Jenna needs to continue what she was doing in that second quarter, and then Leah really needs to step it up on the scoring end as well. She did a good job defensively, but she needs to pick it up scoring.
Has 1 steal in the stats column, but went 1 for 7 in that first half of action. We'll be starting here in 30 seconds as we anticipate the first possession going towards the Eagles. (38-30) is the score in favor of the Boll Weevils, but the Eagles will receive the possession starting off this second half.
You know, that's a great way to end it for the Lady Eagles. We started off the first half with possession, started off the second half with possession. Good job by Alyssa to get in there and try to get a rebound. Just unfortunately, she couldn't get her hands on it and land inbounds.
Wolford had a wide opportunity in the corner, but could not convert. Now she is 2 from 7 from beyond the arc, but leading the Eagles with 16 total points.
You know, interesting option by Coach Sellers to come out and go into that 2-2-1 full court press that he likes to pull out. Wasn't extremely successful in the first half, but I think he's trying to see if they can make something work the second half.
Nix with a long triple, no good. Carissa corrals the rebound. Off to the races, here goes Brewer. 2-on-3 break. Brewer stops on a dime for a jumper, hard off the rim. Aiken tries to secure the rebound, and she does. Marquise drives hard and is fouled along the baseline.
That was a great job by Alyssa, recognizing that her defender would probably block her, pulling up in the jump shot. She didn't make it, but she still stayed on it. Tipped it out to Carissa. Carissa did a good job of sticking with it, and then Kylie was able to draw that foul.
Here comes Brewer. The ball is kicked along the baseline. Regina Wolford was indeed wide open on the low block.
That look has been open all night long. We need to continue to look at that option and get a few more opportunities for Jenna to score.
Aiken drives inside, float in the lane, no good. Brewer the rebound, hard off the backboard and slides inside the basket.
Good look by Carissa. I like that little floater from her. Couldn't convert, but Alyssa's sticking with it and getting some points on the board.
Johnson, three-pointer on the way, and she picks things up where she started in the first quarter. At 17, and Rollins nearly gets the steal. Here's Wolford. Drives inside, kicks to Leah. Back to Wolford. Aiken saves it, finds a wide open Phelps. Beautiful ball movement. Back to Brewer, inside to Aiken. Everyone gets a little bit of touches here.
See, that ball movement right there is so key for the Lady Eagles. Quick ball movement created a wide open Carissa, and a good job by Alyssa seeing that down low option.
Since the Boll Weavers are sitting back in the zone, that quick ball movement makes them have to move around and switch positions rather quickly. We'll be back after this break. We are back here with more action here in the second half of basketball. Pensacola Christian College against Enterprise Community College. Enterprise from Enterprise, Alabama, and they are leading this ball game by a deficit of 7. And there's a steal. Rollins collects it. 4 seconds to get it over. They find Johnson, and Rollins collects it. Drives inside, and stolen away by Aiken.
Does a great job by the Lady Eagles to create some pressure right there. Get that turnover.
Phelps receives a skip pass and drills the mid-range.
That shot is exactly what Leah needed. She needed to make that outside jumper. Hopefully she'll be able to convert a little more.
The mid-range jumper shortens the deficit to 5. Here's Johnson. Johnson finds Rollins. She'll pull up for a three-pointer. Tries to use the backboard, no good. And Marquise, I believe, draws the foul. 7 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third quarter of basketball. Patterson checks back in for Williams. Be mindful, though, Patterson does have 3 fouls attached to her name.
Yeah, that's a little dangerous this early in the third quarter. Ideally, you don't want to have more fouls than the number quarter that you were on.
Here's Leah. Great cut to the basket. Just rims out. Nick secures the rebound. Here's Patterson. Finds Nix. Finds Patterson once again. 15 on the shot clock. She'll take one from way downtown. And a lot of confidence with that three-point attempt.
Patterson hasn't done a ton of scoring for Enterprise, but right there she just showed how capable she is to step up and make a play for them.
Marquise makes a defender miss, and she picks up her first 2 points in her collegiate career.
Kylie kind of struggled that first half to actually get a bucket. You could tell some nerves, first collegiate game were setting in, but I would expect that shot a lot more from her this year.
And the Eagles forced the backcourt violation and a full timeout called by Enterprise Community College. The Eagles shortened the deficit to 6 points. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back, fans from all over. We are back here. Alvin Chapman alongside with Brittany Paddock. Enterprise now with 2 timeouts remaining. The Eagles now trailing by 6 points. What are we going to have to do here, Brittany, to possibly even the score?
We got to be aggressive on the boards, on the defensive end. We're finally starting to convert offensive end, so we can step it up defensively, and on those boards, we're going to see this deficit drop.
Marquise, another opportunity to score here off the side of the rim. Here's Patterson. Patterson receives the double screen. Brewer does a fantastic job trying to get around it. It gets called for the foul.
I agree with you. She did a good job of getting around that screen. She just tried to stop with her arms instead of her body and getting in front of the player, and that's why she was called for the foul.
That is Brewer's first foul, and she gets pulled out the game for Rachel Phelps.
I think Coach is just trying to get her a little bit of a breather. She did a good job of stepping it up. I suspect that she will be back in the game soon.
Patterson finds Nix. Nix to Johnson. Johnson takes another 3, contested, and connects.
That is what the Lady Eagles did not need to have happen. They opened her up in that in the first part of the quarter allowed her to get that shot, and once Johnson takes a shot and makes it, she's just going to go on a roll, and that is not what they need right now.
Eagles trailing by 9. Here's Phelps. The give and go. Great pump fake. Goes inside to Aiken. That's batted away.
It's a good look by Leah. The problem was the pass is a little soft, and when you're going to make that pass, it cannot be soft.
Wide open. Johnson again. Her third 3 of the quarter. The Boll Weevils lead by 12. Marquise goes inside. Nearly loses it. Indeed does. Here's Johnson in transition. Has Rollins to her life. Goes to her. Back to Johnson. Easily off the backboard and good. Now with 11 in this quarter, a full timeout now for Coach Sellers and the Lady Eagles.
It just shows you how quickly momentum can change. A few quick plays, and we had one coach calling a timeout, and now the other one has to.
Now the Boll Weevils lead by 14. Majority of the scoring now done by Johnson. She now has, quick math here, 26 points in the entirety of the game, 11 in this quarter.
Once again, the majority of her points, though, are coming from that first quarter, and then now this quarter. Lady Eagles have to put a stop to her going on runs like this.
Full timeout on the floor. We will step aside briefly. We are back here with more action here in the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Alvin Chapman alongside with Brittany Paddock as Kristen Mentor, who was recently checked into the contest, comes and brings the ball up the floor. They get the ball back to Phelps. She'll take a 3. It's good. She connects.
That's really good timing by Leah. You just had a timeout called because you gave away some few points. You need to come out and score immediately, and Leah did a good job with that.
Here's Patterson. Finds Rollins. She takes the screen. Beautiful defense by Torres. Nix receives the ball. Back to Rollins. Under 10 on the shot clock. Great defense provided by the Eagles. Johnson loses it. 2 on the shot clock and a foul on the floor.
Okay, you just did a good job. Your teammates stopping late, the shot clock slowly winding down. You get it under 10. You do not need to go foul because then the shot clock resets to 20 and your defensive efforts start all over.
That foul is indeed on Kristen Menser, giving the Boll Weevils a fresh 20. Nix drives hard to the basket, off the backboard, no good. Rachel Phelps the rebound. Finds her sister in transition. Splits the defenders. Finds Menser, kicks corner to Wolford. Menser again. Phelps back to her sister. Mid-range jumper, hard off the rim. Torres the strong rebound. And gets hit with a hard foul.
Definitely a hard foul. Good job by Mo by jumping up, getting involved in the rebounding though, and trying to get a hand on it and drawing that foul.
11-point deficit. Rollins checks out the competition for McKenna Gray.
And then also on our end, Rachel Phelps checks out for Amber Porter.
Wolford by yourself. Foul. Count the basket for Wolford.
We've been talking about it. That play on the baseline has been open all night long. Great job by Jenna finishing through the contact, and she'll look to convert at the free throw line.
Wolford now with 18 points, leading for the Eagles. But she trails in scoring right behind Johnson, who is having a fantastic night from perimeter.
Those two are definitely leading their teams right now, and it will be an interesting battle through the rest of this game to see who comes out on top.
Patterson goes quickly inside to Johnson, and Menser, going for the ball, gets drawn for the foul.
That's the problem when you're reaching over somebody. Yes, you can get the ball and you can block it, but you don't realize how much contact you're actually putting on them from behind and on top of their shoulder. Kristen, though, has a low foul count. If I'm Coach Sellers, I'm kind of okay with this foul considering Enterprise State's free throw percentage this game.
Johnson misses the free throw. And you are indeed correct about the free throw percentage here for the Boll Weevils. 9 for 16 from the free throw line as Johnson splits the pair. Wolford to Torres. One more pass to Phelps. She drives inside, tries to go quickly inside. Porter saves it. Tries to go to Menser, and a little bit too much air on that pass.
Yeah, I mean, good job ball moving around. Leah looked for the pass, didn't happen, but Amber did a good job of getting it. The problem was she just got a little too excited. Sometimes that causes those passes to go high.
Maybe a bounce pass along the baseline would be a little bit more accurate. Nevertheless, an empty possession for the Eagles as Patterson takes it the other way. And as a blocking foul once again on Wolford.
I don't think she was quite set on that. It was a good job, but the problem that you have when you're trying to do it is you're a little, and Coach Sellers just echoed what I was thinking on the sideline. She was moving a little bit on that. It just, sometimes it happens when you're trying to get that charge. It is what it is.
Patterson goes to Rollins, wedges off the backboard, second attempt no good. Kristen Menser the rebound. Phelps leading the break. Cuts inside, tries to throw up a shot on the backboard, no good. Patterson secures it. Patterson. Johnson layup, it's good. She has 14 in this half, 28 in the game. Menser goes baseline, finds Torres, layup up, no good.
It's a good look. Mo's just got to look to actually convert that. Good job by Leah to force the turnover. Now you got to slow it down, wait for your team to get back.
Second opportunity for Porter, ripped out her hands by Rollins. Eagles trail by 11, now coming to the 2-minute mark of the third quarter.
We got to make sure that we stay under a double-point deficit here.
Patterson goes to Nix, finds Johnson, guarded by Torres. Actually by Wolford. Jumper on the way, and it's fouled by Leah.
So two problems with that foul. First off, Leah already has put a, actually they called that on Jenna that time. Okay, so foul on Jenna, I'm okay with that. I'd rather have that than Leah. But you just gave them 5 fouls, and in girls basketball, it goes by quarters with your foul count. So when you hit that 5 foul count, that number 5, they automatically have a double bonus opportunity. That's not something you want to give them with 1:40 left in the quarter.
Zakira Johnson now with 30 points and 11 minutes of basketball left to play in this game. Monse Torres checks out the competition for Holland Geisler.
Holland hasn't gotten a ton of minutes this game. I believe she got in one other time, but I would look for her to be a bit of a spark off the bench. She really needs to just play well, get some points on the board for the Lady Eagles.
Great drive to the basket by Brewer. Doesn't get the finish, but she will head to the charity stripe. We talked about Johnson earlier. She has 30 points in this game with a whole 10 minutes left to go in this game as well. She just surpassed her career high of 25 points that she got last year on February the 5th against Coastal Alabama North.
Johnson's a great player. She's tall, she can shoot, and that's a deadly combination when you're the Lady Eagles, because we do tend to be a little on the smaller end. Even though we're fast, it just makes it very difficult to guard those tall players who can shoot.
Brewer knocks down both free throws, bringing the deficit back within manageable. And Gray takes too many steps, forcing another turnover for possibly the Eagles to get the opportunity to bring it within striking distance.
You know, and that's the thing about this 2-2-1 press that Coach Sellers like to run. It's not necessarily that we're going to force a ton of turnovers, which we love to do. We just put enough pressure on them to make it interesting and allow them to create some bad mistakes.
Here's Menser. Stops on a dime for a jumper, and it's good! Kristen Menser with her first points in the quarter. She now has a total of 4. Forces a near turnover. Phelps on the floor for it. Menser tries to save it. I believe that is a backcourt violation for the Boll Weevils.
So I actually think that ended up going out of bounds. Kristen went to dive to get it, and I thought it'd be called out on us, but apparently she hit it after it actually already went out of bounds, so we'll take that.
Interesting situation, but a possession aerial for the Eagles. Brewer wide open for opportunity to score, misses.
I think that's something that Brewer really unfortunate turnover right there for the Lady Eagles.
Rollins in transition, gets it off the glass. Pushes the lead to 18. Phelps tries to get past her defender and draws the foul. She'll head to the charity stripe.
I would not want to be someone guarding Leah. She is so fast. In fact, I have played against her before, and being slow and out of shape, not a good combination going up against Leah.
Here is Phelps as her sister Rachel prepares to enter the competition. First free throw off the mark.
The Lady Eagles have a good opportunity. Leah makes this free throw. We knock it to 10 points. We put up a stop, possibly get a turnover, and look to score one more time before we head into the fourth quarter.
Rachel comes into the game for Brewer as both Phelps sisters are checked into the competition. Way to draw the foul, but Rachel Phelps picks up the pushing foul. I believe that is her third, actually.
Yeah, and the problem with that foul right there, once again, like I mentioned, they're at the 5 foul mark, which means anytime you foul, you're automatically giving them 2 free chances to put points up on the board.
As actually Phelps' fourth foul, she'll be coming out the competition. In comes Jenna Wolford, which will send Rollins to the free throw line to convert on 2.
I don't think Jenna got quite the break that she was looking for before checking back in the game.
Off the back of the iron and in for Rollins, pushing the lead to 11. 17 seconds left and remaining on the play clock. Here comes Phelps. Phelps to the basket she goes. No good. Mentor the rebound. Off the glass and good. Shortens the deficit to single digits. 3 seconds left to go. Here's Wolford. Loses it as Nix takes it away. Eagles trail by 9, but Brittany, 10 more minutes of basketball left. We'll be back after a moment. Welcome back to the final quarter of play here in the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. I am Alvin Chapman, alongside me, Brittany Paddock. Brittany, it's been close, but the Eagles have been practically down the entirety of this match.
Yeah, they have, but you know what? That's okay. This is the first game of the season. They did a good job of keeping it to single digits for the deficit heading into the fourth quarter. They just need to start this out strong.
Gray goes inside to Reagan, nearly loses it. Here is Rollins. She has 11 on the match along with 6 rebounds. Goes in strong, off the backboard, no good. Reagan the rebound. Phelps with the collection though. In front of everybody, finds a wide open Geisler off the backboard, no good. Phelps another opportunity, no good as well.
You know, one of the things we talked about earlier in this game is that the Lady Eagles have to be able to convert those short shots, the ones right next to the basket. I know it's difficult at times, but when you're that close to the basket, you have to make those.
Rollins gets it to Gray. Reagan finds Nix. 5 on the shot clock. Rollins with 3, drives inside, stops at a dime for a jumper, no good. And that is a shot clock violation forced by the Pensacola Christian College Eagles.
Good defensive efforts by the Lady Eagles. That's exactly what they needed. That's 2 stops right away that they have. Now we just need to convert on the offensive end.
Alyssa Brewer checks back into the competition. Eagles trail by 9. Here's Wolford. Great pump fake to the basket. She goes off the backboard and she gets it to fall.
Talk about a timely bucket right there. Jenna Wolford has been doing that all night long.
Give her 21. Second leading scorer behind Johnson's 30-point performance. And that is a foul on Alyssa Brewer. That is her 4th. Alyssa Brewer now with 4 fouls. And a stoppage by the official.
Looks like a foul might have been called on Holland Geisler.
Here is Rollins. Rollins drives hard inside, floater in the lane, no good. But a foul is called, I believe, on Holland Geisler. Indeed it is. A blocking foul on Geisler will send Rollins back to the charity stripe, as she had a pretty efficient day. Amaya Rollins with 11 points and 6 rebounds, 5 from 13 from the field.
So they talked about how this game would really be key for Coach Sellers to figure out what adjustments needed to be made. And I think one of the biggest adjustments he's going to have to overcome, things they're going to have to look at, is how the momentum swings back and forth so much.
Wolford with the triple.
And that just adds to what I'm saying. We made 2 great stops to start out the quarter and put up a bucket. And then we go and foul twice, but then Jenna comes back and scores again, and then we get a turnover. So just a lot of back and forth. We want to try to keep it consistent throughout the game.
Good process of basketball produced here by the Lady Eagles. Here's Wolford, opposite corner. Can she get another one? Hard off the back rim, Porter the rebound.
Great offensive board by Amber right there. Oh, Leah definitely thought about it.
Opposite corner for Wolford. Off the back of the rim. And Brewer, I believe, picks up another foul. That's her 5th.
That is her 5th. That's frustrating if I'm Melissa, coming back into your first full game of the year, fouling out. She's played a good game, though, really been smart, and has kept the Lady Eagles calm in moments where you could tell they were starting to get a little worked up because things weren't going their way.
Brewer finishes her night with 4 points and 3 rebounds, leaving fairly early in the fourth quarter. And a steal by Menser. Here's Phelps, drives hard to the basket, on a contact, count the bucket and 1! Leah Phelps!
Absolutely great job by Leah to finish through that contact right there. That was a ton of contact that she just had with that foul. Finished through. Let's see if she can convert 3 points.
This is now the shortest lead in the game here for the Bull Weevils. Sitting at 2, and Leah Phelps now with 3 points in the quarter. That is a timeout on the floor here for the Bull Weevils. A lot of great basketball being played here in the Nest. We will be back here shortly. Welcome back to opening night in the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. I am Alvin Chapman alongside with Brittany Paddock, and we're watching a really amazing basketball game. Great action on both sides on the offensive and defenses for the Eagle. Let's talk a little bit about the offense here. Jenna Wolford with 23 points, surpassing her career high that she once had against Grace Christian University with 21 points.
Yeah, Jenna has played great tonight, has really stepped it up when her team needs it, both on the offensive and defensive end. I love when athletes are able to break their career records, and seeing Jenna pull it out on an opening night, that's a great thing.
Rollins receives the double screen, now switched on by Wolford. Rollins drives hard, stops on a dime for a jumper, and it's good for Rollins.
Okay, we just came out of a timeout. We've been talking about momentum changes all night long. The Lady Eagles needed to get a stop.
And Phelps gets called for the travel.
Those are 2 plays you don't want to have happen back-to-back. After you just came out of a timeout, you have to come out strong. That timeout was called for that momentum change to happen. So when you get back on the court, you need to be just as aggressive and make those stops that you were doing before the timeout.
Rollins taking it herself, finds a teammate, a block by Geisler, and a charge on the floor.
I think Jenna's been teaching some of her moves to Holland right there. Holland set up perfectly just outside the arc and was able to draw the charge.
Phelps checks out the ball game for Marquise in her collegiate debut, but the Eagles still indeed trail by 4.
That's okay. 4 points is a small amount in a 7-minute time frame. The Lady Eagles just need to play their game.
Here's Menser. Back to Wolford. A career night for her. Stops on a dime for a jumper, hard off the rim. Gray with the rebound finds Rollins. She has 14 on the night. She drives inside. An array of dribble moves to get inside to the paint. Williams with the jumper. No good. Strong rebound by Wolford. Finds Porter. Trailing Wolford. Drives hard inside, and that's rejected by Hall.
That was a hard block. Definitely a good block by Enterprise State right there. It's hard being the small person going against people who are 6-7 inches taller than you.
Here's Rollins. Goes to Nix. She drives and kicks it to Williams and loses possession.
Not really a forced turnover, but a turnover nonetheless, and the Lady Eagles will definitely take it, and we'll see if they can make something happen with this play.
6 minutes even of basketball left in the game. Patterson comes to the table as well. Reminder, she does have 4 fouls to her name.
High post.
Eagles trailing by 4. Here's Phelps with the ball. She drives hard inside, lots of room to operate. Porter drives, kicks to Montse. Torres goes hard inside and draws the foul. Awkward landing there as well, Brittany.
Yeah, that always makes me nervous when I see players land like that. You just never want a rolled ankle, something with their knee to happen, especially this early in the season. I mean, you don't want it any time, but beginning of the season, absolutely don't want it to happen.
First attempt for Montse Torres, and that's no good. Torres again misses that one. And that is a violation on the shooter.
You know, I know that's frustrating, and you can kind of see the frustration a little bit on Mo's face, but she's got to work past it. If she can work past it and just help her team convert, it would be good.
Wolford and Marquis forced to steal. Phelps on the other way, stops on a dime for a triple, no good. Porter strong rebound, wins the battle as well.
You want to talk about a good rebound? That was a good rebound by Amber Porter. She got up in the air above everybody else and went and grabbed it. I mean, she came out of nowhere and snatched that ball out of the air.
Marquise for the inbound. Rollins checks in the game for Williams. They go to Phelps, wide open on the top of the key for a triple, no good. Torres fights for the rebound, keeps it in bounds. Finds Wolford. Goes corner Marquise, she drives baseline, yet steps out of bounds.
Good look, good look. I'm okay with that. She was aggressive, she tried to take it. Just be a little more aware of the court next time.
Eagles back in the full court press. Rollins double team, another turnover by her in the open floor. Phelps gets to it. Marquise drives hard, gives it off the corner to Wolford. Wide open opportunity, no good.
Yeah.
And I will stay here with the Eagles.
Good job by Mo. She recognized that the person behind her actually tipped the ball. She hadn't touched it. She'd let it go out of bounds. We're okay with that.
Here's Marquise. Wide open Porter. Tries to pass it back to Marquise. Phelps another opportunity for a three, no good. Porter tries for another strong rebound. Patterson triple teamed. Here's Rollins in the open court. Finds a wide open Gray in transition, and she misses. A blown opportunity for the Boll Weevils.
No, let's go back and talk a bit for a second about that shot by Leah. One of the things that she's going to have to recognize is who on her team is playing very well. And talk about her stepping up in the assist. Yeah, she had the wide open shot, but Jenna was wide open in the corner. And Jenna has been hot all night. Make one more pass, let her shoot.
Porter in and out to Phelps. Phelps drives hard inside. Finds Porter, great pump fake. Gets inside, lot of contact. And Porter will head to the charity stripe.
That was a great move by Amber right there. Love being willing to sacrifice your body to draw that foul, get to the free throw line, and then she's got to knock down these two free throws.
Eagles still down by 4, have been down by 4 for majority of this fourth quarter. First attempt for Porter is up, hits the back of the rim.
You know, we came into this quarter shooting 10 of 12 from the free throw line, and we haven't done the best job in this quarter really hitting them. So this second half of the quarter, we need to step it up.
Eagles trail by 3. Possession will stay here with the Boll Weevils. No Johnson back on the floor. She has 30 points. We haven't seen her all quarter. And Patterson now with the ball. Playing with 4 fouls here. Guarded by Wolford. The smart, indecisive defender. And she forces the turnover, Wolford. This will be a great opportunity to possibly even the score, bring the deficit within 1.
So Patterson is a freshman. This is her first collegiate game. And putting a experienced defender like Jenna is very smart, able to convert a few more turnovers.
Empty possession here for the Eagles, but they swiftly get back on the defensive side. And Leah Phelps with the attempted steal, no good. Kylie Marquise comes out the game for Kristen Menser as the Eagles still trail by 3 points.
I love the aggressiveness on the Eagles. I wish I would have seen some of this aggressiveness in this press earlier in the game.
Rollins Open floor, gets down low. Porter with a lot of contact on that block attempt. And will send Reagan to the free throw line.
Once again, a bit of mixed feelings about that foul. Part of me is okay with it because she didn't make the shot, and you're forcing them to go to the free throw line, which they haven't been doing the best of all night. But at the same time, you're putting another foul up on the foul count, which gives them the possibility of shooting 2 free throws every single time.
Cheyenne Reagan goes to the free throw line and converts on both free throws. She now sits with 9 points, increasing the lead back to 5. Phelps back to Menser. Swing all the way to Wolford. Porter tries to go inside to Carissa Aiken. That's stolen away. And the Eagles get it right back. Menser with the ball. Finds Phelps. Menser, 3 on the way, no good. Here's Rollins. The Wool Weevils looking to waste a lot of time here. Here's Gray back to Rollins. 9 on the shot clock. Goes to Nix in the corner. She'll take a triple of her own. It's good!
This deficit is becoming a little more every single opportunity Enterprise has to score. Lady Eagles got to get a good stop and get some points up on the board.
Nix with her first three-pointer of the contest. Leah Phelps drives inside, float in the lane. Beautiful finish.
That's one of Leah's strongest moves right there, that floater in the middle of the lane.
And Menser draws the foul, sending Rollins back to the charity stripe. That is Menser's third. Rollins at the line to convert on free throws. First one is good. She now has 15 points in this contest. Rollins another opportunity. It's good. Second leading scorer on the Boll Weevils. Pushes the lead to 8. Aiken to Porter. Another 3 on the way for Wolford, just rims out. Cheyenne Reagan with the rebound. Here's Rollins in transition. Finds Patterson, floater on the way, no good. Aiken the rebound. Baseball pass to Phelps. She somehow gets to it. Keeps the possession with the Eagles.
Leah definitely just helped Jen out right there. I get where she was coming from. A big gutsy move. Don't know if it would have gotten through even if it was the perfect pass, but Leah helped her teammate out right there being aggressive.
Porter the layup off the front of the rim. Heading the other direction. Rollins by herself in transition. Off the glass and good. Give her 17. And also a 10-point lead for the Boll Weevils. Phelps stops on a dime for a jumper off the front of the rim. Patterson. Rollins again in transition. Bounce pass to Patterson. Porter with the steal. Porter back to Wolford. Finds Leah. Phelps inside. Layup good.
Good move by Leah right there, creating her own basket and making the play.
That gives her 16 on the night. The Eagles trail by 8. We will be back after this short timeout. The Phelps sisters, Menser, Marquise, and Geisler on the floor here for the Eagles. as they trail by 8 points. Alvin Chapman and Brittany Paddock here for the last minute and 31 seconds of this game. They get it to Patterson. She drives hard. Gets it to Rollins. We haven't seen Johnson for the remainder of the game. She leads all scorers with 30 points. That's a career high for her. Rollins, dribble handoff to Patterson. Patterson drives inside, floating in the lane, it's good. Give her double digits, 10 points on her for tonight. Phelps in the corner, drives hard, floater in the lane for her, off the front of the rim. Eagles lead by 10 with under a minute left to go. And Brittany Paddock, that just might be the game for the first opening night match for the Eagles.
Yeah, it may be. We may be able to cut it down a little bit. I mean, anything can happen. But, you know, I'm not terribly disappointed with how the Lady Eagles played tonight. Enterprise State is a very athletic and fast team. A difficult matchup for your first game of the year. So overall, definitely some things to work on. There's always ways you can improve, but Lady Eagles did a good job in the second half especially.
Fourth shot clock violation by the Eagles. 27 seconds left to go in this matchup, but possibly not enough to get past the 10-point deficit. Here is Phelps. Finds Marquise to Menser. Phelps with the dribble move. Finds her sister for a wide open three-point opportunity. That one's off. Menser the rebound. Goes up strong and is fouled with 10 seconds left to go to possibly shrink the deficit. Kristen Menser so far with 4 points in his opening night. Rather 6 points, 2 assists, and 5 rebounds. This is the first. Second attempt is up for Menser and is good, shortening the deficit to 9. And Patterson will let the clock run out. And there we have it. The first matchup for the Eagles ends in a loss in the column of the record to a very talented Enterprise team to a score of 74-65.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, you know, not the outcome you want for your first game, especially coming off of defending a national championship, but this is a good Enterprise State team, very fast, some great ball players, and a well-coached team for the most part. So definitely some things to work on, but I'm interested to see what the Lady Eagles do this upcoming season.
Jenna Wolford with a career high tonight of 23 points. Stay tuned for the guys matchup as they have their opening night as well. But the Eagles will go to Montgomery, Alabama to face Faulkner University for their next matchup. Other than that, I'm Alvin Chapman alongside with Brittany Paddock, and we will see you next time.